Hi, welcome to A Potent Dose of Three. It's Jasmine.
I'm Kathy.
And this is Linda, the RN with the F&P loading. And welcome back to Potent Dose of 3.
Okay, I said that already, but all right. We just want to make sure y'all
we're bringing you your weekly dose.
I was like, Linda.
Guys, we'll eventually get it together, but obviously not today. Maybe tomorrow.
Hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully, because I'm tired.
Hey, have you noticed that things happen when you're like certified or since you've gotten your RN?
A lot of stuff has happened.
Yeah, same.
Some weird stuff.
Same.
Can't relate.
You'll get there.
You'll get there. You'll get there. But yes, some weird stuff has happened.
Same. I've had some stories.
Well, you had some. Do you want to tell those stories?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's get into this.
Okay. You go first, Jasmine.
So I'm an EMT.
How long has you been an EMT for?
I've been an EMT. I think I graduated the program in September and I didn't get a job till January.
Okay.
But yeah, so since September.
Okay.
So almost a year. Oh my gosh, almost a year.
I feel like it has not been that long.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Time goes by so fast.
Right, I feel like she just started.
Yeah.
Maybe you just started. You just got a job.
I just got
the
a
reason
job.
why.
No, yeah, I just got a job.
That's because I'm like, it's literally yesterday. I feel like you just became an actual EMT.
Yeah, it does feel like it.
Yeah.
I feel like a baby EMT.
Congratulations on your
Thanks.
almost 1 year.
Thank
Yay.
you. My anniversary.
Yeah. And yeah.
So I was flying to Hawaii and I'm all excited. I'm like, I'm about to be on vacation. And I'm sitting, I think, in the aisle. I'm sitting in the aisle. Next thing I know is someone literally drops right next to me.
Mm-mm.
And I turn and I'm like, honestly, I was shooketh. Like I turned and I was like, is this happening?
Like, why me type thing.
And no, it literally was in front of my seat.
Oh.
Like,
You couldn't
literally,
even be
like-
like, I didn't see anything.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
absolutely not. Like it was like very obvious. It's like there's a
Just
body
drop.
laying down
Oh,
right
no.
here in the aisle. So I'm like, I tell my boyfriend, I'm like, hey, I have to get up. Like I was prepping him because like I didn't want me to get up and him like, what are you doing? So I'm like, I have to get up. He goes, no, you don't. No, you don't. And
You're
I'm
like,
like,
sit down,
I'm
sit
like,
right here.
actually, I do. I'm an EMT. Like,
So,
I
like,
have-
you're required
I
by
have
law,
to.
per
Yeah,
se, to
I'm like,
help.
I have to. And then they go, is anyone, like, do we have an EMT?
No, it was more like, hello, cabin. Is anyone here as a medical professional? Is there a doctor on board?
They actually said EMT.
Oh, they said EMT.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, damn.
They knew you were there.
Yeah, I was like, damn. And so I was like, me.
That's my fear. Yeah, see.
And I was like, and I was taking off my seatbelt.
Slowly taking off your seatbelt.
Yeah.
This sounds like it
took a
is
while.
wow. Because the person dropped in front of you. It should only take you a second to take off your seatbelt and get up.
Okay, whatever.
But it sounds like the what is it called? The flight attendant had time to get on the microphone.
No, they did it really fast.
I'm
fast.
joking.
Yeah.
Go.
But honestly, it did feel slow-mo. It really did feel
That's
slow-mo.
how it is, yeah.
And so I take off my belt, I stand up, and then they're like, oh, we have a nurse. And I was like, oh, thank gosh.
No, my problem.
Not my problem.
Anyways.
Oh, so let's bounce off of stories.
Okay.
Because I know you have more.
Okay.
So a similar thing happened to me, literally a newbie certified as an RN.
A baby RN.
A baby RN. Not even working in a hospital. Not even just the only thing I had on under my belt is clinicals. Right? You know.
That's
and
all I had
clinicals,
too, yeah.
You don't get that much. You may get the
No.
little dummy doll.
Plus, Linda was during COVID, so she got the minimum.
I was taking vitals.
and not even that, but it's like you have a whole team with you.
Right.
So if anything happens, like you have a whole
You
team.
have backup.
Yeah. Like
Someone
you have
is there to
backup.
catch you.
You have backup.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So like I said, newbie RN, literally just got certified maybe 2 weeks prior. I went to visit my friend Kelly in LA, and I think we went to go pick up food. So on our way back home, we stopped. There was a red light. We stopped at the red light. Mind you, the red light been red. There's a car that flew by us, maybe going at least 80 miles per hour, like on a regular street. It was going so fast, like it shook our car. And I'm like,
wow.
I'm looking at Kelly. I was like, I know, I hope he stops. Like he sees that red light. No, this idiot flew right through the intersection. He ended up T-bowing a car that was turning, which caused like a chain reaction, and like that car hit another car and he hit another car.
Boy.
And in my head, I was like, how does this even happen? Like, in his mind, did he think he was able to make it? Because in my head, there's no way, because the light was already red. Because you know how sometimes when the light is like turning. The other side, it takes a second or 2 seconds for the other side to turn green.
The only thing I can think of is he didn't care. Or he was like looking at the intersection and seeing their lights might be turning soon. But you know how people
he thought he would make it.
Yeah,
but he thought very much so wrong.
Yeah,
because so he caused an accident. Thank God no one got hurt, but so my heart is racing. I was like, oh my God, we have to call 911. We have to call 911. So I'm calling 911. First of all, 911 as a operator it's full of shit, because when I tell you they had the operator in like 4 different languages, they had music playing, no one answered. I swear I was on the phone with 911 for like 2 minutes. No one was
never
answering.
Experienced that.
And I haven't called 911 in years. I was like, I know this is not how it is, but literally no one was answering
that night.
Yeah, and I've heard that a lot of times, like you'll call 911 and no one answers.
Mm-hmm.
So
Lately,
we're
it's been
calling
a lot.
Actually, I called 911 like a month ago, and it was ringing.
It was ringing.
And
someone answered, or just
I
ringing.
I was gonna report something, and then I was like, you know what?
Jasmine about to snitch on her neighbors.
No, not my neighbors. I was driving and I saw something.
Okay, yeah. So I'm calling. It was literally 2 minutes on the phone. At this point, we just hung up because we saw the people were okay, and someone else was like on the phone with 911. I did not do anything because it seemed like
it was like, I'm not an RN.
For real. I was like, it's not me. But like someone else was like on scene helping. Everyone was okay, thank God, like I said. So that situation happened.
What was going through your head though?
My heart was racing. I was like, Linda, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What do you do? ABC, ABC. Do I have to do CPR? How many beats per minute is it?
Sing the song, sing the song.
Staying alive.
Pretty much. I was like, my heart was racing.
Yeah.
But I'm so happy like everything was like A-okay. So that was like one of my experience. Mind you, this is all within this year. So all the stories I'm going to say.
Same for me.
It's this year.
Yeah, same.
Right when I became certified, this stuff wasn't happening to me in the beginning. I think God was like, let me test your knowledge. Let me see what you can do, because.
All right. So you know how I just went to Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
It was my boyfriend's grandmother's 95th birthday. We're all getting cute. I'm putting on my makeup. I'm putting on my lipstick. I'm trying to make sure my lipstick is like looking good. I'm in the bathroom like fixing it with a Q-tip. I hear a loud bang. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? I'm nosy. I went to go check. And when I went to go check, I see a kid on the floor. He fell off the roof.
Oh, how high?
I don't know. I think it's like 8-10 feet maybe.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think he was like 5-6 maybe years old. And I'm just like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, what?
Yeah, how does he even get on the roof? How does he even fall?
How did that happen?
Because in Mexico, like how the houses are built, you have access to the roofs. And he had access, and there was like a little like plastic over like a square,
like a tarp or plastic.
Not tarp, but like just a plastic. I don't know what you call it. I guess he walked on top of it and he fell straight down through the hole. And fortunately he didn't hit his head. He landed like on his hands and knees.
He broke his arm.
Oh, he landed like a cat.
He landed like a cat. But I didn't see him land, but everyone else saw him land.
And they said
they said he landed on his knees and basically his hands.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts like,
yeah,
like crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I never had a child patient before, you know? like with adults is different. You ask them a question, they'll answer.
Yeah.
This kid was crying the whole time.
Yeah, can't get nothing out of him.
So me and his mom, we pick him up and we take him to the room, and he's bleeding and stuff. And I'm like, okay, ABC, airway, he's crying, he's breathing, circulation. There's not too much blood everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm over here like, oh my, like, and I was like, girl, I haven't worked an EMT shift in a while. I was over here like trying to remind myself of everything.
Yeah, and with your EMT shifts, it's more like transportation, like yeah. So that's
Interfacility.
Yes.
Different.
Yeah, no, and I've never had a child either, so I'm just like, oh my gosh, how how do I ask him questions?
And there is a big difference when you're talking to a child and when you're talking to an adult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because it depends on the development age that the kid is in, how you're going to communicate, what can they understand, what they cannot understand.
Exactly.
Who do you talk to? Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, Jasmine, calm down. I was like, you need to calm down. And I did calm down because I was like, first of all, he's crying, he's breathing. The biggest things, he didn't hit his head. That's good. We're good. I was like, we're good. We'll go from there. We'll just assess his body and see what got hurt. I'm like, and that's where I went from there. And he was bleeding, but the hard part about it was, you know how like when kids, they get hurt, they don't want you to touch them or be near them.
That would freak them out even more if you're over there trying to touch
He didn't want me to touch him. And I was like, I have to touch you. I'm like, I have to see if you're okay. Like, and so I'm just like assessing like his extremities and stuff. And he does have blood and stuff. And even like trying to ask him like, what kind of pain are you feeling? Like, you know, like, how do you get a kid to like describe that to you, you know? And we're like, does it hurt on the inside? Does it hurt on the outside? Like, I had to kind of make things very simple for him. Like, does it burn? You know, like what kind of pain are you experiencing?
Old carts.
Yeah.
We call it old carts. What do you call it? When you do like the whole assessment, it's like, does it radiate anywhere? Does anything make it better or worse?
Oh,
like,
it's
when does it begin?
There's QP. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
she learned it the other way.
Yeah. QRST.
It's something.
Yeah.
We have old carts, which
Old
is
carts,
like,
but we have that one too. But I just remember old carts.
yeah,
Like the same.
same.
Oh, you have to teach me that one.
It's the same thing.
Oh,
yeah.
It's just different saying.
Okay. So yeah, I was just assessing his body and stuff and his extremities and just we're cleaning his wounds, but they ended up still taking him to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm like,
because
they
it was a
should.
big-
They
it was a-
should.
It was a
They
big
should have.
fall.
Yeah.
But I was just like, relax, do what you can do. That's all you can do.
Where were you? Because I thought you were at like a resort chilling.
No, this was
but-
on the town. In
In
town.
Yeah.
Mascota.
Yeah.
In Mascota.
Okay.
Yeah. So like we stayed at a family hotel.
Okay. More like family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I was like, at a hotel, they shouldn't be having access to that type of stuff. So that's what I was questioning. What was
Did
going
he
on.
broke anything?
No, he didn't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking like he broke something. She had to put it back into position. Like
I was looking at him,
the thing was, I
honestly,
wasn't sure because I
'cause-
had him like grasp my fingers and I was like, let me see your strength.
Mm-hmm.
One arm was completely stronger than the other and I was like, ooh.
Mm-hmm.
But he was fine. I was like assessing his arms and they were fine. He was just like giving me a lot of resistance with like trying to assess him. That's all.
Which makes sense. Because
Yeah.
you said he
And-
was
and
like
I-
around
and-
5.
Yeah, and I was like, he's a kid. That's pretty normal.
Yeah,
so.
it's like, who's these strange people? Because I'm pretty sure everyone was shocked. I don't know, was his mom freaking out?
She was pretty calm.
Oh, that's good
Oh,
because I
that's
know
great.
the adults usually freak out, which make the kids freak
Worse.
out. Like the kids
So-
don't even be caring half of the time, but it's the adults
So when
that freak
he
out.
landed, he just went like this and looked around. But when he saw the adults freak out, he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Because I would, as an adult, I would have ran over too.
No,
Was freaking out. Yeah,
we all ran to him. And that was her
that was the
mistake.
start of
Yeah.
his tantrum.
And then so then we're like, you're okay. Like, you're okay. You're fine. Like, you're okay. I just want to make sure that everything's good, but you look okay.
okay,
You know? You look good.
Okay, I'm happy that he's good because that could have gone so many different ways.
Yeah.
do you know what happened after he went to hospital? Like, was
Yeah.
he okay?
No, he's good.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Everything's good. Didn't break anything. He went to a trauma hospital. He's good.
So did they check back into the hotel? Did they end their trip early?
That was actually supposed to be, I think, there last night.
Oh, it would happen the last night.
Yeah. It was supposed to be there last night. Yeah.
So yeah, that's why it's good to keep an eye when it's a little bit too quiet. You know, your kid is up to something because those.
But I was like, wow, again.
like again.
When I'm on vacation again.
Oh,
Seriously?
were they both vacations for
Yes.
you? Oh no, Duck's Hawaii and then Mexico. Well,
I need to stay in California.
You do, because as you can see, you needed other places. And then, so another story for me is I went to a concert. It was a Tink concert back in, I don't know, maybe March, I want to say. So I went to a Tink concert. She's a singer. And I went with my sister, my friend Ellie, and my niece was there. So when I'm at a concert, I like to enjoy myself. I want to get as close as possible, to the stage.
Yeah.
So I left my sister in the back with my niece, my older niece, and then I went closer to the stage with my friend. We were still waiting for the artist to perform on stage. So they were just playing like just regular music or whatever. All I hear is, Linda, where are you? And I was like, and then my heart starts racing because I was like, it's something wrong with my sister. Like, why is she screaming my name? All I hear is, my sister's a nurse. My sister's a nurse. I'm like, shh, don't say that. Shh, don't tell these people I'm a nurse. I was like, stop it. You're embarrassing me. I don't know anything. All I did was took my voice. She was literally screaming, my sister's a nurse.
You took that moment away from her. Okay.
No. And then she always said, it's just because I'm so proud,
She's
so I'm going to brag
you.
about you. I was like, girl, don't brag. Like, no. Like, I've been a nurse for a week.
And you're like, I'm not in nurse mode. I'm in party mode.
Yes.
Can't go nowhere.
I was like, why are you telling these people I'm a nurse? I don't want to be a nurse tonight. I just want to enjoy this concert in peace and harmony. Like, why are you screaming my name? And she's screaming my name. I'm honestly thinking something is wrong with her. I was like, we got to fight. What's going on? I was just kidding.
She needs backup.
For real, you need to make something. And I was like, why are you screaming my name? So I get to her. She's grabbing me like, yeah, my sister's in there. She's like, Linda, there's a girl right there. She's having a seizure, blah, 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 blah. I was like, girl, calm down. Like, why are you telling these people again?
She was just proud of you.
I've been a nurse for 5 seconds. I don't think I'm equipped to be saving lives right now.
You know what? Can I ask you something?
What?
Do you think we feel this way because it's like we're new, but I feel like once we're seasoned, we'll be like, let's go.
Emphasize seasoned.
Yeah.
I'm not seasoned.
I know.
I got a grain of salt. That's it.
I think that once you're seasoned, you're just gonna go quiet. They're not gonna.
Nah, I think I'd hop in.
I don't think.
When you're seasoned, you probably, I don't think you have so much anxiety about like going to help. Like right now, and it's like, girl.
I think so too. I think that's what it was, or at least that's what it's been for me. Because like, of course I want to help someone who needs help, but I'm like, I think there's definitely more qualified people.
I was like, will I make the situation better or will I make the situation worse? Which one is it going to be? So anyways, my sister all literally grabbing my arm. I'm like, let me go. Like, why are you? And I get there near the girl that has a freaking seizure that's laid out on the floor. She's laid out and I see 2 paramedics. It says like emergency or EMT or whatever. I was like, she has help. Why are you calling me? They're getting paid to do their job. Like, why are you calling me?
They're more seasoned than me.
Exactly. First of all, they already had help. So I'm like, why are you calling me? She's like, well, maybe they needed backup. I was like, you did all of that in this person.
She could have just texted you or like gone to get you or.
You're like, Linda, are you busy? Can you come?
For real,
like,
there's someone on the floor.
She made a whole scene.
And then the girl that was having a seizure, she was with her friend. I think the friend was like, oh, this is very normal for her because it was hot in the venue. So maybe that like triggered some stuff, but it was very normal for the girl to have a seizure. But in my head, I'm still looking at my sister like, girl, don't be calling me. Like, if no one was there, okay,
Especially
I can
knowing
help.
you've been drinking too.
Yeah. How does that work? I'm just kidding.
No. I was wondering the same thing too because when I was on the airplane, I was like, I got thinking like, what if I was drinking?
Yeah. Like, do you supposed to still help?
I don't think so. I don't think
what
so.
What about you, the only one that has like a medical background? Because I know I can drink and I wasn't drunk.
I don't know, dude. We have to
But then you
Google
can
that.
be sued, I want to say. If like something goes wrong, say it's not even your fault.
Is it negligence?
Think about your license.
Yeah, that's everything you have to think about your
you're
license.
supposed to.
I don't think so either because even if it's not your fault, they can still say it's your fault because you're drinking.
You were intoxicated. Why did you touch me if you knew you couldn't?
Like, girl, you couldn't even save yourself because you were drunk. Blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So that was my question. I was like, okay, do I supposed to save them?
I don't think so.
If there's no one there, no one else that in healthcare that don't know how to do CPR, do we still help?
Listeners, help us, please. I don't think so.
I don't. Well, I would want to be saved. I think.
Okay, this is my mindset.
Yeah.
If it's me and I need help and someone's been drinking,
a lot.
It depends on their level of intoxication. Like if they've had a drink, yeah, come save me. You had 2 drinks, okay, come save me.
Come save me.
After that, I don't know.
I don't know, because I know for some people, like maybe I'll be a little bit more relaxed with saving you.
For
So maybe you
real?
would want me to have a drink in me to help save you.
I'll be 100% focused on you.
Yeah, but that is a good. Yeah, let's go with. I don't think you're supposed to. If
You
you're
know
drunk.
what, listeners? We're gonna Google that and we'll come back to you.
Bro,
Yeah.
next episode we'll
let
let
you know.
because obviously we don't know.
But I don't think so.
Okay, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
I
so
don't think
either.
so.
Okay, what another story? Kathy, do you have
Anything.
No, anything?
Only one, but
Okay,
I
let's
didn't
hear
do
it.
anything because I didn't know.
Okay, let's hear it.
So I was a CNA and I was taking care of this patient. I was at the mall. And then, like, I knew CPR. Like, that's all I knew.
ABC.
Like, and then this lady's coming out the elevator and she just, like, falls, like, on the floor.
Face
down? Yeah, it was weird.
It was
Like,
weird.
she just
Like she went
fell.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, I have my patient here. And I'm like, do I go over there? Because nobody was going. Because I'm like, if I
yeah.
leave him, he was falling risk. So that's why I'm like, if I leave him, what happens if he tries to go behind me to try to help me too? And
That
then
is
he
a good question. Like, do you leave your
So,
own patient?
for
'Cause you're
example-
getting paid for that patient.
For example,
Right.
like for us, right? You're like as an EMT, I can't abandon my patient.
Yeah, that's your
You're-
patient
you're not
is your
allowed to
first
abandon your
priority.
patient.
See? But then I felt bad because nobody was helping the lady for a quick minute. And I'm like, is she alive?
You
Like,
could yell and be like,
And then I was
"Hey,
like,
help."
I think so.
I looked around and I'm like, is nobody gonna help her? And then my patient was like, are you gonna help her? And I'm like, I don't know. Like,
Like,
I
are
don't
you
know
gonna
what to
sit
do.
here if I go
Like,
help? You're gonna stay right here. Don't move. Stay right here.
That's the problem. And then until like finally somebody came, help her, and then she just got up and she was fine.
Like nothing.
Yeah. But that was the only time. But I'm like, do I help? Do I don't? Because I had the patient there. Like, it was a lot of things that I'm like, I didn't know what to do.
This is what I would have done. I would have sat my patient in a wheelchair, pushed him super fast.
oh, because he was in a
So-
walker.
But it was like the walking walkers where they have like a seat, and I would have set him down, pushed him to the thing, locked the wheels of the walker,
Stay here.
stay right here, do not move,
Yeah.
and then went to help.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay. No, it's okay.
Sorry,
Some-
lady.
No, it's okay. She was okay, but yeah, you're not allowed to abandon your patient.
Don't do it, because then you could have 2 lawsuits on your head.
Okay,
I'm just
got
kidding.
it. Good to know. No, good to know because I wouldn't know.
Yeah, you can't abandon your patient.
Okay, do you have another story, Jasmine? Because I have another one. I thought you had one.
I had to. I need a I need
You
a
need a
minute.
moment?
Yeah.
Because I want to say you had one.
I thought
So-
okay.
Yeah, so you think,
Okay.
and then I'll say my last final story. Mind you guys, this is literally within this year, like 2 months apart, not even. So where was I coming from? I was coming from somewhere because I think I remember texting you guys saying, "Oh my
Here.
gosh, we came from the
It was
library."
here.
But it was night.
Yep.
It was we were here late.
Mm-hmm.
No,
Oh,
was
it could have been studying. We probably
Mhm.
was studying
It was
together.
in Pete's. I think like we were in Pete's or we were somewhere.
Probably. Oh, okay, yeah. So
So it was
we-
here because I remember
Okay,
you
so
were saying you were near the hospital. No.
no, I was near my house. So I think I studied. Maybe I left from Pete's studying. It was probably when we were studying together. So, anyways, I'm driving back home. Literally about 4 minutes away from my house. Driving down the street, I see this lady. I didn't know I don't know if it was a lady or a man, but I see a person just swerve out. Actually, did I see her when she fell?
Was she driving?
I think she was already. I think she was falling. So she was on one of those motor scooters going super fast. But when I put up to her, she was already on the floor, like just knocked out cold. Like just, I thought maybe she got hit by a car. So I didn't see her actually fall. I just saw like a person on the ground in the middle of the street with the scooter like underneath her. And she was just like laid out, not moving. I'm like, oh my God, here we go again. So
That you had a helmet?
no helmet.
Oh hell no.
yeah.
So person laid on the floor. I'm like, oh my God, here we go. So I pull over and there was another person in front of me that pulled over, but it was like a mom. She had her 2 kids in the car. So I guess out the car and she was like, oh, I was like, do you know what happened? She was like, I just saw her fall. Like, I don't know what happened. So I'm going over there to assess her. I was like, I was trying to see if she's conscious. I was, like tapping her like, hello, like, are you okay? Nothing. So the lady that pulled over with me, she's calling 911. The operator is asking, like, is she breathing, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no, she's unconscious. Like, I can hear her moaning. So I knew she was breathing, but she was not conscious. Like, she was just out
Out of
like
it.
she's like asleep
Out
or
of it,
something.
yeah.
So she fell on the side, like I'm assessing her. I like see blood like dripping down her head. I was like, dang, Linda, what else she gonna do? I was like, okay,
Hey,
she's
like,
breathing.
She's like ABC.
I'm like, I'm done with C. Like, what comes next? Like, I don't know what to do. My heart race. I'm like pretending. I didn't tell him I was a nurse. So I was like, okay, I did the assessment. No, I'm serious.
Dude.
I know you did it. You're like, I'm just a student.
Bro.
What are you studying? Oh, English.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm like, I didn't say anything.
I'm in
So
college.
I did literally the whole ABCs, like checking her, like the airway, checking like the circulation, like the breathing. Like she seems okay, but she's still like on the side. She still has her backpack on. So like the backpack seemed like it was like glued onto her.
Mhm.
So I'm like trying to loosen up her backpack. Another lady's at this point, maybe 2 other cars pulled over. The guy's asking like, what happened? What happened? Did she get hit by a car? I was like, no, I don't think so. I just found her on the ground. But the other lady is saying like, no, she just was riding her scooter super fast and she just swerved out.
Mhm. How old was the lady, do you think?
The lady had to be maybe late 20s, early 30s.
Got it.
So I'm like, air quotes, assessing her. I don't know what else to do.
Because this point
So-
is like, it's
so-
unconscious, so she can't even answer her.
Yeah, I'm like I'm
ask her questions.
tapping on her. And one thing I noticed when I was doing her like an assessment to see if she was okay, she smelled so much like of alcohol. So she was on that motor scooter drunk as
That's not good with bleeding.
yeah, she was drunk. Like she smelled so bad. Like, if you smelled like alcohol, you must have been drinking a lot. So she was drunk. And that's the reason why she over here, crashed by herself. She hit Casper and just flew off the thing. So thankfully, as I'm like doing my assessment,
But it's like, what's next?
air quotes.
What's next?
Another lady comes over and she's like, I'm a doctor. I was like, oh, thank God, the doctor's here.
And you're like,
I
and
was
she's
like-
like, transfer of care.
I'm just assisting at this point.
This is you.
The doctor, she had her scrubs on and everything. I'm like, thank God someone else comes. She was like, we have to get, even though I should have known this. No, in my head, she was on her side. So the doctor lady said, we need to put her on her back. But me, I thought the recovery position was the side. The doctor said, put her on her back. So I'm like, okay. So we are like, so it took teamwork. It was me and the doctor. I'm like ripping off the backpack. The lady, the patient at this point, like the lady that fell and hit her head or whatever, she's like waking up. When she heard the paramedics and the 911, she woke up.
I gotta go.
She was like, I gotta go. She's like, no, I gotta go. She was, and like, she's like trying to call her friends on the cell phone. The friends was like, what's going on? She's like, no, I gotta go. We're like, you're not okay. Like, you're bleeding. You have to go.
Linda, you're like, you could have woken up 5 minutes ago.
You could have woken up 5 minutes. And I was like, I let the cops and everything figure it out on their own. They can do their own assessment in a way to figure out she was drunk. So I didn't want to say this lady smells like alcohol. I'm like, they'll figure it out on their own that she smelled like alcohol very badly.
Do you do S-bar?
Huh?
Did you did an S-bar?
S-bar. I did a half a S-bar. Like,
Okay.
they were just saying, did we see what happened? No. That was basically what because they thought when they pulled up to the scene, they thought she got hit by a car. They didn't know she hit an invisible car. Because there's no way that
Wonder
was
Woman's
funny.
car.
Yeah, because the way she was laid out on the ground, it's not funny. You would think that she got hit by a car or something, but no, she just hit herself or something.
I'm sorry
But-
for laughing, but that was funny.
Yeah, so
But she's okay. She was okay.
I think so. I was like, y'all got enough people here. I'm tired. I'm going home. I told the cops what happened and what I did. And then they had to basically, the paramedics was there, took her in. The first lady that stopped with me, she was like, I got to go. I have my kids in the car. Like, they're crying. So I was like, okay, I got it. Thankfully,
Hey,
the doctor
Linda's like, yeah, I have my kids too. I gotta go.
girl, I was like, bye, because I don't want to stay longer because you have to give like a whole police report and everything. I'm like, I don't got time for that.
No.
This is between y'all and this lady that's on the ground that should not have been drinking in the first place, but you should have seen her. Because I was so confused. I was like, is this a lady? Because I didn't know. I was like, ma'am, sir, hello, whatever. Then I saw it was a lady. But yeah, she was drunk. She was bleeding. But yeah, that was my story. I was like, why? And because I was on the phone on the car when I was talking, and I was talking to my sister. I was like, oh, someone's on the ground. I need to get back in the car. So my sister stayed on the phone.
She's
this
like,
whole time.
my sister is a nurse.
She literally tells everyone. I'm like, girl, stop telling these people, because I kind of get like bashful in a way. I was like, okay, like she brags more about me like being a nurse than I do. She's like, yeah, and so
She's
her
proud of
boyfriend,
you.
she is. So her boyfriend's on the phone too. I told them like, yeah, I have to stop because it's like kind of by law if you're board certified, you have to stop. And he was like, well, you better not be driving through Oakland because you're gonna be stopping every 5 seconds.
Hey, that's true.
I was like, you're right. He's
That's
like, yeah.
true.
He was like, don't come to Oakland. And I was
That's
like, you're right.
true.
Let me stay the other way.
Hey, that's so true.
Yeah. So whoever that doctor was, thank you. I'm just kidding. No, I did good during that situation. My heart was racing. All I was thinking is ABC.
Oh God, I hear you guys and I'm like, what would I've done? Like,
Yeah. So get ready.
Honestly, every time I'm driving and I see a car accident, I look. I'm like, what's going on?
I was like, is there anyone else at the scene? Like, do they need help?
I look
Yeah.
to see if everyone's okay before I drive by the accident.
And honestly, I've always, even before I was certified, like I've always been, if I see something, I would want to help.
Yeah,
But I
same.
feel like it's just been more like blatantly in my face.
Obvious.
It's like, dang, yeah.
Like it finds you.
you gotta stop, Linda, like now.
I was like, okay, I get the point, God. Like, calm down.
And I'm like,
I do not want to practice right
yeah,
now,
not
God.
right now.
hey, I'm like, so I'm sure there'll be a part 2 to this.
I'm pretty sure because Kathy, you're gonna be up next.
Lord,
That was it.
I leave. I drive everywhere, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was been some craziness. But yeah, anyways.
So if you guys have any stories that you guys want to share, people that are already like have like certifications or anything and you guys want to share it, just email us at apotentdoseof3@gmail.com or send your story through Instagram at apotentdoseof3.
Can I do one too? I'm like, if this has happened to you, we want to hear your stories.
We want to hear your story. Call 1-800. Hear your story. No, I feel like it's some funny stories out there. So what Jasmine said, we want to hear it all.
Yeah, we want to hear it. If this has happened to you, let us know. Share your story.
Because there's no way
It's
I've been
just us.
certified
Yeah.
it was within that 2 months I was certified and all this stuff started happening. So
I'm pretty sure there's more people out there. And if you want us to share your story here at the podcast, we can make that an episode.
mhm.
That'd be great.
fun.
Mhm.
Yeah. So you can also not email me. You can email me, but DM me at Linda the FNP. Did you already shout out our Instagram? Okay. Well, that's it.
Till next time, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.